man.
What's going on, bro? Good to see you, man.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. What we get today?
Cheers, bro. I mean, I got the black coffee. It's what I always get. What'd you get?
I got a little cappuccino action here. I don't know if y'all can see that. I had cappuccinos serving in the city in Queens and fell in love with it ever since.
So I've probably been to, probably roughly 50 to 100 coffee shops. That's a wide range, but I've never got anything other than a black coffee or black, like what is a cappuccino? Is
Nice
it like
and
milk
simple.
or?
Yeah, so they froth the milk and they like layer it on top.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So
like consistency of like a protein shake almost? Nah, not that thick?
Nah. But let's talk, because people just showed up. They think we're just talking about coffee and they have no idea what's going on.
Right, for sure.
This is the first episode of the Earn Your Coffee podcast.
Earn Your Coffee podcast.
Let them know, bro, because you came up with this idea. I mean, I remember I was in the RV back in Arizona.
Yeah.
Right? And what was our thought process when creating this idea?
I mean, I think the biggest thing was, I wake up and I had this saying that I would tell my friends, like, you see everyone running into the office, grabbing their coffee, and, everyone wants to get their coffee or some type of caffeine. Like, caffeine's the most used drug in the world, right?
Yeah.
And everyone uses it every single day. And I was like, you should really earn that before you put some caffeine into your body. You age yourself, like go get a workout in, go do something. And that's really what I wanted to show. Like, I'm huge into living a healthy lifestyle, but I also love coffee too, right? I'll never be the person to say, hey, you shouldn't be drinking caffeine, you shouldn't be drinking coffee. Whatever helps you get through the day, whatever allows you to be the best version of yourself. So me and Nick started talking, and I was like, dude, let's put this into a podcast where we kind of talk about what's going on in our lives, but also like give you guys some tips, aids, and tricks on how to live, the best lifestyle. But earn your coffee first, right? So what did we do today, man? We woke up this morning.
Just to touch on that, bro, really quickly, right, is caffeine. I always said to myself, listen, if there's any drug that I could be addicted to, right? YouTube, don't flag us here. If there's any drug that I could be addicted to, I wanted something that's going to stimulate me and push me forward. Right? And there's things that I've been learning through Drew that you guys are going to learn as I'm learning. Right? With things like that Andrew Huberman talks about. We love watching him.
Yeah.
When it comes to consuming caffeine in certain phases of the day, right? So there's going to be informational stuff that you guys can take and implement into your life. And there's also going to be things to catch up on, what I'm doing, what we're doing, and how we even met, bro. I mean, to start off, the day was a little tricky, right? And there was obstacles in front of us, and now we're here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in Alexandria for the first time. We went to Misha's Coffee.
Absolutely. Shout out to Misha's, man.
How was the run?
The run was good. So we got in. So tomorrow I have a 20-mile run. I'm, training for that sub 3-hour marathon that's around less than 7 weeks away. So today's really my off day, but again, it's the Earn Your Coffee podcast. I'm not going to fake this thing, right? So we went out, we got 2 miles in at an easy pace. The boys ran together. It was beautiful. We got to run on the water. Again, it's a beautiful day out for March the 8th.
Yep.
So no complaints, man. I feel good. The body's feeling good and just getting prepped for that 20-mile run tomorrow.
Felt badass, bro. It felt badass running in the trio.
Yeah.
I like how it feels.
Absolutely, man. It's fun to do a lot of dope shit, like, with your friends, like everyone, when people are all like in cohesion and on the same mission to do the same thing and live a healthier lifestyle and be happy, like genuinely happy, right?
And let's take it there, bro, because I think that is super, super important. And I want to talk about our strengths, right? And how to set the scene before we get into our strengths, right? Let's talk about how we even met, right? For people that are watching, that know you growing up, that know me growing up, and they're like, how did these people even meet, right? Let's address that.
Yeah, so we met because we're both in the same real estate, in the real estate community. So both of us, we joined the sub 2 real estate community, and we have this thing called the Daily Dial where we work together and we work on role plays on how to get better on sales on the phone and everything like that. And me and Nick saw each other. We were both hustling and working hard and on there every day, and then just our energies attracted to each other. Quite frankly, that's really it. So we hit each other up and we're like, yo, you want to go get some more training in? A beautiful plane flying by, but yeah, so our energies
reverse it a little bit, because in the sub 2 community, right? Shout out to Pace Morby. It's all about being a go-giver, right? Providing value to someone else. And at the time, you know, you guys know that I'm consistently posting to social media and I put myself out there. I have no problem doing that. Andrew saw that and took it upon himself to bring me a lead, right? To bring me someone that I could JV with. And at times it felt like we almost locked up that deal, right? It was exciting, but you notice things like that, right? And from there, we took it upon ourselves to, when the competition was being hosted, you know, we're competitive people, so we got in there and we started role playing. I believe it was at 7 in the morning. I remember I was walking to the gym. And we're role playing. We added, that's when I met Eric. That's when I first met Eric.
Shout out Eric,
shout out to Eric. Solomon was in there.
Jason Lombardi.
That was amazing. That was a huge value add.
For sure.
That's the thing.
For sure.
And that's actually when we sparked that conversation, right? Is to embody the idea of a content house. And this was before you were even posting.
Yeah, before I ever made a post. I was the anti-social media guy, you know. I actually just had this conversation the other day, but you know, I wasn't big on letting people know what I'm doing. Not that I like wanted to hide anything, but I was just like, I don't need to post. Like, I was just the guy who worked out hard every single day. I didn't care if anyone knew that I worked out. I didn't care, like, all throughout college. And
did you think people would think you're arrogant and cocky if you did that?
Some of that came in, but it was more me. Like, I was like, you know, I'm just the guy. Like, you could post you're working out. I know I'm working out more than you, right? And then that was just my arrogance, like, to myself. Like, oh, I got to keep grinding. I got to keep getting better. And then it really came until, like, you know, people really were pushing me to post and post and post. And you know, I haven't looked back, and I just literally went all in. Like,
bro, I want to take credit for this. You say people. Who else was pushing you besides me?
I mean, once I started, like Marlon, like.
Okay.
Marlon,
shout out to Marlon.
Yeah, shout out to Mindset Marlon. But
no, bro.
After I started, you know, posting a little bit, like, he kind of was like, bro, just go all in, you know. And I was already going all in. But he was like, having that confidence from someone that you respect, and someone who's in the game, to then tell you, like,
huge.
Don't stop, bro. Like, don't stop. These are the things that you can achieve. You continue to do this. And I was like, that's all I needed to hear.
Bro, I think that's the biggest thing, and that goes right into the conversation with our strengths, right? Is we surround ourselves by the right people to where if we're on a different path or if the speed slows down, there's checks and balances for that.
Yeah.
Right? There's checks and balances. So, I mean, I want to ask you, bro, like, what do you think are your, like, biggest strengths with your characteristics?
Wow. I think the biggest thing for me is probably also my biggest weakness, or my biggest crutch, is that I never think I'm doing enough. And that, like, drives me to constantly work. I honestly don't think anyone outworks me in what I do. My preparation to things is immaculate. It's something I care about. I go into the absolute fine details. As you know, Nick's been living with us for 3 days now, and I am so, like, you know, fine tune everything when it comes to, like, you know, right now chasing the sub 3 hour marathon is, you know I need to be perfect on that day. And, you know, so I hopped into a 20-week training camp, and every single day it's about, okay, how can I become the better version of myself? Comes the same thing with real estate. Like, I just never think I'm doing enough, where, you know, that does run into problems sometimes, where I don't give myself credit, and I don't, like, you know, I don't really, you know, okay, we bought a house, doesn't really, like, you know, what's next, right?
Yeah,
what's next?
Always
mentality.
What's next? You're chasing something greater.
Yeah.
And guys, he sent me a agenda list of what we're doing, and it's like by 15 minutes, 30 minutes, like, that's what we're doing, right? And that's, practice makes perfect, right? And to go over a little bit about what my strengths are, and I think you have a similar strength, is we're able to identify, we're a good judgment of character.
Yeah.
Right? And
for sure.
you and I go all in on ourselves.
For sure.
Right? We go all in on ourselves to the point where there's nothing to look back at.
No.
I think a lot of people, especially to set the scene, I'm 22 right now and Andrew's 26. I think a lot of people my age need to start taking more risks. Even at Andrew's age, right? In our 20s in general, I think we need to take a lot more risks in this life, because Marlon described it perfectly, right? Imagine you're going up to a girl, right? And, you know, you're courageous because you're all these thoughts of like, oh, I'm getting rejected, whatever.
Yeah.
If you don't go up, you're in the same exact scenario.
Same scenario.
So why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not, right? And I think now is just a great time, right? Guys, give us some feedback on what you think, on what you want us to talk about, because, I mean, we got a lot of stuff planned, but right now we're going to be laying out what's our plan and how did we get here?
Right.
How did we get here and what are our goals right now?
Absolutely. I think that biggest thing, too, about what you just said, just to touch on it, is like just betting on yourself, right? I like this saying, like, be unapologetically you. And I think that's like me to a T, right? Like, I am so unapologetically myself. I don't care, like, you know, I'll listen to some people, but I'm just going to be me, and if that works, you know, but I'm going all in on myself. So I just trust in myself, and I believe in myself so much. I don't need, you know, anything from the outside to say, oh no, you shouldn't be doing that, right? If I listen to, you know, that's the thing, if you don't take chances, you're just gonna be in the same spot you're in. So what's the risk? I think the risk is not taking the chance, not going after what you want, because then you're, you know, 50, 60 years old saying, oh man, I wish I ran that marathon. Oh, like I wish I went and talked to that girl. Oh, I'm not happy doing this. Oh, I wish I took a different job. I never want to be that guy. I won't be that guy.
Rewind this right now.
I won't be that guy.
Rewind this right now and listen to how he finished that, right? He said, I won't be that guy. You have a decision to make.
Yeah.
Right? You have a decision to make. And I think that's super important. I mean, we're going to get into the marathons as well. I just ran a marathon in SoCal.
Yeah, man. How was that experience? Just real quick, dude, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I did write some notes about it because it was an amazing experience. I think just what I attained from it is a lot more than a pace, a lot more than numbers. Right. On mile 21, I was walking. I called my dad, and I vividly remember Beth was there too, my dad's girlfriend. Yeah. And they were just like, congratulations. And I was like, I didn't finish.
5 more miles.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. And it's very important to identify this, guys, right? This doesn't take away my love. I love them, right? And you meet opposition right there in that moment, right? You get a little bit of leeway. And they say, you know, marathons are hard. Do half marathons.
Yeah.
I made a decision. I'm doing the next one already. I made a decision.
Right.
Because there's something else to attain every single time. It's amazing. I love marathons so much because if I knew running was more mental than it was physical, I would have done it a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Because around mile 14, you start getting out of the matrix. You stop giving a shit what anyone freaking says or thinks, and it just goes back. It ties the knot on the unapologetically being yourself.
It's you versus you, man.
Yeah.
It's you versus you for 26.2 miles, and it's a beautiful thing.
And just going into proximity, right? Because I never would have started running races without this guy right here. Is one day we were on those phones, right? We were doing the sales in real estate, and he told me to sign up for Philly. And we did that. And I'm sure you guys saw some content that we did leading up to that. But, I mean, man, the proximity here already in 3 days has been, I gotta show some gratitude, bro. Like, it's been an abundance mindset. It's been action packed, and there's no opportunity for distraction. Yeah. Like, you guys lay that out. Yeah. Everything is set to a T, to the food, to the working out, to the routine.
Yeah.
When you guys put a routine in place, and these are some things, like, please, guys, take notes. Take notes. We want to have a conversation with you guys. And man, we're looking forward to just continue to go into new coffee shops, and we're gonna give you guys ratings of these places. So if you guys want to go try them out yourself, and send us a DM, send me a DM, and let us know what you think about the coffee. Did we give it a higher score than we should have? Did we give it a lower score?
Yeah, send us your favorite coffee shops in the area. If you're in the DMV, I love going to, you know, little places that people don't go to. You know, give me all the places that you've been, right? So that we can go. We're at Misha's. We're starting it off hot in Old Town Alexandria to try some of the best coffee in the area. But send us everything that you got, man. I'd love to go and do some more. We're going to do a ton of these.
What do we got coming up next for them, for anyone watching?
Guys, follow the journey. I mean, we're doing a ton of content, you know, chasing this sub 3 hour marathon. I mean, Vlay, he touched on it a little bit, but Vlay just moved out here from Arizona to DC to live with me and Brandon, and we're all in, man.
Let's touch on that. Let's touch on that.
We're all in. Like this guy's crazy, dude. He's like, yo, let's do this thing. We're going all in on it, and just making the content. I mean, guys, like, I mean, from my page, you know, the reason why, you know, with content is I want to inspire and I want to allow people to watch my page so that if they want to go run, whether it's a 5K, a 10K, a marathon, an ultra marathon, that they go and they're able to PR off the content that they get off my page. I want them to be the best version of themselves. You know, me receiving the DM saying, hey, this is the happiest I've been in my life. This is the most money I'm making in my business, because your health and your fitness directly correlate to how you do in business and how you do in your relationships,
exactly.
Right? One of the best messages I ever got, and I'm not going to say his name, but he messaged me and he was like, hey, man, me and my girlfriend have been doing some of your workouts. We've been eating some of the food you told us to eat. This is the happiest we've been in our 6-year relationship.
It's amazing.
Bro.
6 years.
Bro, what are you talking about? Like, I'm never stopping posting. I'm never going to stop posting content.
And they did a couple workouts.
That's it, bro.
And start eating a little healthier.
Dude, that's it, man. And
Baby
it's like,
steps.
you know, you could say whatever you want, you know, for people who don't like my content, or, you know, it doesn't matter to me. But if one person gets something out of it, that's all I'm doing. I did my job. You know?
I think it's intention. It's always intention, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what's so exciting about the content creation. If your intentions are good, the right people will find that.
For sure.
And the other people will keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Go to the next one. Go to the next entertaining, right?
That's
entertaining
cool.
video.
That's
so
cool.
cool. It's
Yeah.
not for you.
Nah.
But we want the people that we want to inspire, the people that are going to look at that and say, man, I can do that. I can
Absolutely.
take action.
For sure.
Right? And just to touch on with me, right, really quickly, is to the bets that we take on ourselves. And then we could probably, you know, we want to keep these around a bite size, a coffee side chat, if you will. Right?
16 ounce.
That's it, a 16 ouncer. And we'll get these ratings a little bit later. I mean, you can tell by my face what my thoughts are. Maybe. I wear it on my sleeve. But from New York, right, I move over to Arizona.
Yeah.
And during this time, Andrew, shout out to BC, and all of us are coordinating content online.
Yeah.
It's an amazing time that we live in. And
Yeah.
now, guys, like, I just can't wait to turn it up and do it that much more. And bro, if you could just explain a little bit as to why I came out here in the first place. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah. So, you know, right now, I was very blessed in this journey of creating content to have a sponsorship with Ultra Running, the shoes that both of us are wearing right now, the shoes that I've been wearing for the last 5 years that have kept me injury free. And what we're doing is we're putting on events around the DMV. We're going to partner with some different charities. We're going to partner with some different run clubs and run groups. And we're going to put on these events to, you know, just spread awareness. We're working on with, you know, mental health and just things that I'm really passionate about. And our goal is just to get people out, get people active, just like this podcast, right? Before you drink your coffee, just go for a little run. Go do 100 burpees, you know, go do 50 burpees. Go do something that gets your heart rate up and get your heart rate going. And that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to team up. We're partnering up with Ultra Running. I'm part of the Ultra Run crew. We're going to go do a little, you know, 5K or so, and then we're going to raise awareness to some type of charity. You know, I'm very passionate about raising awareness for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and then also when it comes to mental health, it's something that I work on every single day, and I think is extremely important for everyone to be working on. So if we can spread awareness to that, that's what we're doing here. And, you know, Vlay's also extremely passionate about it, so he's like, I want in on it, and I can't thank this guy enough for just going all in on me, going all in on, you know, all of this stuff, just so that we can bring the best experience to people, and really we can inspire and help the most amount of people, because that's why we do this.
That's what it's all about, bro.
That's it,
inspiring the next person. So I mean, what do you think about the coffee, bro?
Listen, man, this coffee is great. I haven't had coffee, you know, at a coffee shop in a few weeks, so this is refreshing. Oh man, it's funny because we come here. It's the first podcast. We start off hot though, right? We start off hot with Misha's, but I'll be honest.
The rating that you give right now will affect every other rating moving forward. And other coffee shops, please reach out, because we're gonna come to your spot next.
Yeah, this is Misha's Coffee, Alexandria, Virginia. This is the Old Town location on Prince Street. I'm gonna go in 8-3.
8.3.
I know it's high, dude.
It's
I
high.
know it's high to start off, but it's great.
Black
It's
coffee, 8.3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this cappuccino a 7.9.
7.9.
It's pretty valid.
What would you change? Okay.
I would change that.
Okay.
You know, and
little too much froth at the bottom.
little too much froth action. I mean, to be honest, right? The froth did die down since we had to set up all this stuff here. But grateful for the experience, grateful for the run, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
And we're doing this every Thursday, guys. So make sure you reach out to Andrew M. Linder, and at
DM me.
Nick
Send me your
Flay.
favorite. Send me your favorite coffee shop. We'll go to the next one.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Appreciate you guys.